Howdy everyone, your Pyral, here with another vlog. So, I'm about to do something that's pretty exciting. The moment I hit this export button, the finale to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D will be done. Whew. That's exciting. I just need to wait for this to export. It feels weird to say this, but I completed my first 3DS Let's Play. And, I mean, I still have a bonus episode that I need to edit, but it's not going to be, like, too long. But, like, the finale was, like, the big thing. But let's talk about this Let's Play. Now, Ocarina of Time 3D was the first 3DS game that I did on the channel, and it was quite a learning experience because it was the first time I tackled a game like that had, like, two different screens. I mean, like, there's the bottom screen, the top screen, and trying to figure out how I wanted to show that was a bit of a process because I was like, do I want to show off both screens at once? How do I want to lay things out when showing them off? And I figured out that I kind of wanted to show, like, the top screen as the main screen, and then whenever, like, something important would happen, I would have the bottom screen, like, just come up. And I think I handled that pretty well. It was weird trying to figure that out, but I did learn a lot with this Let's Play, and I think I figured out how I want to do, like, future 3DS content, because this isn't going to be the only 3DS game I do on the channel. But, yeah. And the way I presented the Let's Play, I think I did a good job with, and I don't know, like I said before, it was a learning experience for me, and I can't wait to use, like, what I learned for whatever I do next. It's going to be on the 3DS. Now, the 3DS capture unit that I use to record, that can also do DS games. So I'm going to need to figure out how I want to do DS games, because DS games, they're at a different resolution and whatever than 3DS games, because on, like, 3DS games, the top screen is wider than the bottom screen, but in DS games, both screens are the same size, so that's going to be different in how I get those, like, whenever I do, like, a 3DS Let's Play, however I do that, it's going to look different than how I do 3DS games. For example, I don't know if I want to have, like, the bottom screen, like, slide out from the bottom like I did with Ocarina of Time. But, yeah. Now, this is exporting, so I can't really show how I did Ocarina of Time 3D, but I can kind of explain it. Okay, so this is taking longer to export than I thought it would, and I don't want to let this export overnight, so I know I was making a big deal about exporting it, like, earlier, but I can always export it, like, tomorrow. So let's use this opportunity to talk about how I set up episodes of Ocarina of Time 3D. Okay, so we're going to be getting into a bit of some editing talk, but I think it'd be neat, like, just talking about how I went about doing Ocarina of Time. So, yeah. And it'd be a nice reference for me as well, so let's get on with it. This program, it's what I use to edit. This is Adobe Premiere, which I've been using since I started using it regularly in 2015, but I've used it, like, when I was in school and whatnot. So I have quite a bit of experience here, but the way I have things set out is whenever you have a project in Adobe Premiere, you can have separate sequences in your project, which is what these tabs are. And basically each sequence is its own timeline. So, like, this sequence here, that's my Let's Play sequence. I have all of this in, like, a quote-unquote master file that I just open up, and then I'll build off that that master project file. So, like, again, like, if I'll open it up, then, oh, let's just go to the vlog sequence and edit a vlog there. Or I'm working on a Let's Play, let's open up the Let's Play sequence and then save that and have that be its own little thing. And that way I have my settings all set and ready whenever I do things. But what I do is I'll go over to the Let's Play sequence, and that's again, that's where I edit my Let's Play videos. But for 3DS stuff, what I did was, let's go, as you can see, I have a lot of sequences, like one for end slates, one for the vlog end slates for the Let's Play Brigade, but these two sequences here, the 3DS top screen and bottom screen, these are the sequences that I use for my 3DS footage. And you can put like different sequences into other sequences, like so for example, I'll put the 3DS bottom screen and top screen sequence into the Let's Play sequence, and then edit that as like its own episode of Ocarina of Time 3D. So yeah, what I would do is with Ocarina of Time 3D, I don't know if this is going to be easy to follow, by the way, just because, like, I don't know, my thoughts are all over the place right now, to be honest. I'll put the footage that I record from whatever recording session of Ocarina of Time, and then I'll put them into the 3DS top screen and bottom screen sequence, so they line up perfectly. And then I have, like, each of these sequences are set to be at whatever resolution the top screen and the bottom screen is for the 3DS. So I don't quite remember what the resolution is for the top screen of the 3DS, but I figured that out beforehand. And then same with the bottom screen. So now that those two sequences have the footage in them, I'll just drag both of those sequences into Adobe Premiere. So for example, like in this layer, this is where the top screen would be, and then above it, on top of it, is where the bottom screen sequence would be, but that's just due to how layering works with Adobe Premiere. So with all that, ignore this thing, that's just like the text that I have at the beginning of like an episode, but like this here would be the top screen sequence. Look, that's the top screen. And then whenever I would have like the bottom screen come up, I have to manually refocus this, but what I would do is I would just have it pop up here with like just a basic little transition, and then I would blur the bottom layer, which would be the top screen, because whatever layer is on top, that's what is shown in the foreground, if that makes sense. And then I would just make cuts as necessary and have this slide down whenever necessary. So the reason why I have like multiple sequences like this, instead of just like dragging the footage into the Let's Play sequence and editing it there, is so I can just have each sequence make it so I can, if there was like an effect or a change I wanted to do to it, I can just apply it to just that one individual sequence. A good example of this, actually. So this is from the second episode of Ocarina of Time, but this is an example of like having multiple sequences like be editable of their like on their own. So like I have this weird little part where I just show off the like the gyroscope of the 3DS, but like this is just this part here, that's just the 3DS top screen sequence. And if I just like dragged like that footage without having that sequence, like just drag this into the main Let's Play sequence, it would come out looking like that. So just having each sequence be like its own individual screen, I could apply changes separately that way. It was a thing that like it took a lot of time for me to figure out, but having done that first, it made the rest of the Let's Play easier to edit. The way like I record 3DS footage, it just puts both screens into one video file, which is why I split it into separate sequences that I then put back into the timeline. So I don't know if that was easy to follow or anything, but like it's a way that works for me when editing 3DS stuff, and I'm gonna be doing something similar because I already have sequences set for DS stuff. Because when I got the capture unit, I did a lot of test recording with different things, like different 3DS games, different DS games, stuff like that. And it's all just to prepare me for that stuff in the future. So, yeah, and since I do have sequences ready for like DS stuff, I could just like move around each screen like as its own sequence, like put them into the main timeline and then just edit each screen as each sequence as its own thing and figure that out from there. Again, I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense, but it's how I'm doing things, and I'm gonna be building off that like base idea in my future projects that are going to be done on that capture unit. So, yeah. I'm just glad Ocarina of Time 3D is done, because again, I'm really proud of how it turned out. So, yeah, by the time this vlog comes out, like, this vlog is scheduled for 1 o'clock p.m. And then the finale will be going up on 3 p.m. So, I hope you enjoy the finale. So, that's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching, and see you all next time for another vlog. Later.